we back on this motherfucker. Hopefully this shit stop acting stupid. Oh, I'm literally accepting this. Acting dumb as hell.
Okay. Peace.
Peace. Shit.
Peace.
Peace and love to the PR team, man.
Indeed, free to God, free to God, free to God.
Know that free he is. Free he is.
Peace, 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 cosmic family. Peace, peace, peace.
Okay, so y'all, we just basically been, reading the transcripts, going over everything, picking out the key parts and really breaking this shit down and really, really showing y'all the truth because the transcripts have the truth. That's literally the truth. It can't get no clearer than this. So people need to really read the transcripts, really tap in with it. That's what we've been doing, and we've been advocating for the God and, just waiting for him to come home, just trying to make it easier and bringing him home faster, And this is the
Like,
right thing to do because he's innocent. You feel me? Only thing he's guilty of, like I always say, is waking his people up, is enlightening us. That's what he's guilty of, raising the vibration on the planet. You feel me? Being who he is,
yes.
tapped into that
He's
purpose. That's the
God is
only
the plan.
thing. You feel me? Not of these fake ass charges,
Yes,
these allegations. None of this shit is true whatsoever. Motherfuckers is bringing their kids through this shit
yes.
to lie on someone
Transcripts.
because they are so bitter, because they are so hurt and scorned. Y'all gotta really see what's going on. Y'all gotta really tap in and really understand.
Yes.
Feel me? Like this ain't no game. This ain't no joke. This real life. And this
This
is not okay for the God to be in these circumstances.
we
We
need
can't let this shit just happen. We need the collective
yes.
to speak the fuck up like we speaking
And
up.
this is and so while we on that point, before we really get into this shit here, while y'all tapping in, man, all this love, all these comments, much
Gratitude.
gratitude. You know the God appreciate it.
Yes.
Appreciate love it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but value for that.
Most definitely.
But now, this is the time now. So when everybody be, what we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? This is it right here, bro.
Right.
We have to make a presence. This is where it starts. We got to make a presence. We got to make a presence. We got to raise awareness. We got to use our voices, bro. We got to. Y'all know what we have to. I really shouldn't have to. I don't have to explain it to y'all, but I'm
Talk that
trying to
shit out.
explain it to y'all in the most sensible way. But you know what we got to do, bro. It's time to ride. And this is one of these ways that we ride, bro. They trying to hit them with false allegations. So just all we got to do is show that it's false
It's
allegations,
false.
bro. So we just
Exactly.
proving that it's false allegations,
It's
for
not
lack of
that
a better
hard.
term, bro.
It's really not that hard. Just read the transcripts. Everything is in the transcripts. If you don't believe it, read the
That's
transcripts.
all you got to do.
It's right here.
Like at the end
That's
of the day.
what we
So if you know what I'm saying, if you call yourself, you know what I'm saying, a real member of the, you know what I'm saying, the cosmic family, you know what I'm saying, you a student of the university, you a supporter of the God, you know what I'm saying, you stand with the God, you call yourself a supreme nine ether being. If you identify yourself as a supreme nine ether being, if you a nigga, if you whatever, you might not qualify to none of this. But if you a supreme nine ether being, we demand that you come ride for the God right now,
right.
bro.
Yes.
It's mandatory. It's mandatory. We
We
can't be.
and
You,
we Rashad Jamal, like we is one. Like if it happened to one, it happened to all. And
y'all
what
know that, man. Y'all know that. Y'all know that.
is and come together, like you know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to be advocating for the guy. Everybody needs to be breaking down these fucking transcripts and posting it and sharing.
Oh, this shit doing this again. It's they kicking.
Okay?
Okay.
Everybody needs to be doing
Okay,
it.
I'm trying to accept it.
We exposing it right
Peace.
here.
Peace, goddess.
He's
Peace,
got it.
goddess.
He's got it. Yes.
Had to let him know real quick, man. We need the Supreme Nine Ethers to tap in. We need every divine voice that we got out there to stay in front line with the God right now.
No,
Yes.
for real.
This is no time for fear. There's no
We
time to
all
be scared
need
of the
to lock
system. This is
in.
no time to be worried about what your followers is gonna think. Fuck all the bullshit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What do
We need
you think and what do you feel about this
Please
shit?
be
You know what you gotta
screen
do, bro.
recording, y'all. Please be screen recording if
Yes.
y'all can. I'm about to try to screen.
Screen record. Yes.
Shit. No fear on this side. None.
Yeah, these lies are coming to the light. The
They
truth is being
fear us. That's why they keep ending the motherfucking lives, nigga. Come on now.
right
They
here.
fear us. Okay, yes. Thank you. Screen record.
He's got this.
He got us.
Yes. Yeah,
But we gonna continue to advocate for the God. We gonna continue to use our voice. We gonna continue to bring light to these transcripts. We gonna continue to expose this shit. And we need y'all to stand with us. We need the collective to tap in and really stand with us. You feel me? Because this is needed,
we have
you know?
awareness to this because it's been too long. You know, we just been sitting by, letting this happen, letting it. No, we can't. We can't do that.
We have to speak up. We have to stand up for what's right.
And again, for everybody, for everybody who's always asking the goddess, everybody who's always reaching out to the pages and asking how can we help, what can we do? This is it, bro. Share the live 3 times, because what we understand the power of the 3, the 6, and the 9. Share this live 3 times, bro. Send it to everybody who you know is gonna tap in. Send it to everybody who might not tap in. Get it, spread the word far and wide, bro. It's about spreading awareness. If you want to know how to help, this is how we do it, bro. Tap into these lives. Do your own research.
Peace, fam.
Find out what you can see on your own and go live yourself. We got to blow the lid on this thing on all angles, bro. We need every voice on deck.
Yeah, we definitely
Every
do. We need
voice.
the collective. We need the collective to speak up. We need the collective to read these transcripts. We need that. We need that he needs that right now. You feel
So
me?
y'all, like we gotta
This
be
is important.
using our voices and speaking up, man, against this corrupt ass system.
Standing behind the guy because this is unfortunate.
He
This is not.
did so much for us. He sacrificed so
He
much. It's about
sacrificed everything
purpose
to
and
know the
being,
truth that we know.
yeah, like man,
And y'all not mad enough. Y'all not talking enough. Y'all not speaking up enough. We need
yes,
to hear y'all motherfucking voice. We need y'all to speak the fuck up. Nigga, we not scared of the motherfucking system. We not scared of none of this shit, nigga. Come on now. We are gods and
I
goddesses.
understand
We
we
are tapped in.
understand versus power, like, and that's all we gotta do.
Peace. We are tapped in. You feel me? We know. We know what we supposed to be doing.
Yeah, so
Rashad just helped us remember. He helped our soul remember what the
If you need the
mission.
transcripts, just drop the email. We'll get them to you.
I thought Kay did drop it at Sam.
We are his people. You're supposed to be his people, bro. This is what we talking about. You asking the wrong questions. We here.
Don't say goofy shit
The
now.
work is real. We at work, bro.
Okay, I pinned it. So that's where the transcripts is. You can reach out to
You
that
know they
email.
gonna say goofy shit, but we,
Yeah,
you know,
for
we
sure. And get that get the transcripts from that and y'all can read it from there. Um, yeah.
everybody jump into it.
mhm.
We gotta set the intent. Don't light the candle, friend. So we about to set the intent, y'all. Light the candle for the God and say a few words to get it cracking. Much gratitude for everybody in the live, tapping in. We need y'all to use your voice. We need y'all to find that voice and use that throat chakra. Feel me?
Yeah. So I'm gonna set the intent, y'all. Our
Hey, peace, God,
brother,
peace, peace.
he is the protected. You know, we gonna keep rocking for the God, and he gonna be home soon. We trying to raise awareness and get this message out here, and it's gonna reach everybody, and it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. The answers are divinely protecting us and guiding us, and protecting Rashad and his family.
Okay, so we gonna start telling y'all what's going on, updating y'all. We gonna talk about what's going on in the case, so they can really know, because not everybody knows, the story about all this shit that's going
Uh,
on.
hmm So we starting off. We're
So
on Kenya, which is Rashad's sister. We started out. Are we starting from the beginning of it, or just where we left off?
hold on, goddess. They froze out.
okay, we're gonna kind of just go from, like, obviously we ain't gonna go from the beginning, but we gonna talk about like what we know so far, what's going on in the case, because some people ain't familiar. We're trying to familiarize them with it,
All right.
so they know what's going on. I'm trying to go back to the beginning.
And we could break them notes down too.
I'm just pulling it up, y'all. My bad. So starting at the beginning, it's pretty much Dark Shell's daughter. We're not gonna say her name, but um, basically the allegations against the God, and just her saying a lot of things that I'm trying to get to this actual part, but her just saying a lot of things that's not adding up. Her story's changing. She said he did this in the dining room, he did this uh, in the bedroom. It's just not adding up. So
Uh,
that's basically the beginning of it. My bad, y'all. I'm actually trying to get to it so I can really.
yeah, you said a lot of different things. The story kept
Yeah,
changing.
the story kept changing, age kept changing of how
Mhm.
old she was when this quote unquote happened.
Um,
Um,
like twice. Then she said 8 times. So like the
where's
story.
minor? We're gonna call her minor. Uh, okay, hold on 1 second.
Share the live, share the live, share the live. Screen record if you can. Y'all already know how they be playing when it come to the God, man. They've been knocking us off live, blocking all kind of content, man. So we need as much assistance with this message as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Spread the
screen
live,
record.
share the live.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting to it. I'm sorry. Okay, we're just gonna start kind of with this part. So we are on page 30. I'm gonna start on page 30. Just show y'all a little bit. Okay. Okay. Minor, I wanted to ask, when Rashad was living with you, what kind of relationship did you have with him? Answer, it was a weird one. Okay. And did Rashad call you his daughter? Yes. Okay. How did you feel about that? I don't know, because he called all of us that even though we weren't. Okay. Do you still have a relationship with your dad? Yes. Do you get to see him pretty often? Yes. Okay. And apart from calling you his daughter, and did Rashad have any nicknames that he called you? Yes. Okay. What were those? Pocahontas. And do you know why he called you that or where that came from? No. Okay. Did y'all ever watch that movie together or anything? No. Okay. Was there anything that you and Rashad would do together? We would play fight. Okay, when you say play fight, what did that look like? Like it looked like play fighting, but not really fighting. Okay. Was it like wrestling or punching or what? Like wrestling. Okay. So when you were wrestling, would your body and Rashad's body be touching? Yes. Okay. Were there any other games that you played with Rashad? Hide and seek. Okay. And how did y'all play hide and seek? One of us would, well, all of us would hide and one person would seek. Okay. And when you say all of us, who was all of us? Who would play hide and seek? Me and my brother and Ochaya. And when you hid, would you hide alone or would you hide with someone? I would hide alone. Okay, and then someone would come and find you? Yes. Okay, now I know you said Rashad called you his daughter. Did Rashad have anything he wanted you to call him? Yeah, Pops. Pops? Okay. How did you feel about calling him Pops? It was okay, but like we didn't do nothing. You didn't really know him like that? Yeah. Okay. Did you call him Pops like he asked you to? Uh-huh. Yes, yes. Okay. All right. Well, Ty, I want to ask, was there ever a time when Rashad did anything that made you feel uncomfortable? Yes. Okay. Can you tell us about that? One night I was folding clothes. Okay, right. I was in like the dining area. It was a big pile of clothes. So I was just sitting there, and then we started talking to each other, and he basically put my hand on his private area. Okay, and was anyone there when that happened? Not in the room, no. Okay, you said you were talking. Do you remember what you were talking about? No. Okay, and you said he put your hand on his private area. Was that over his clothes or under his clothes? Over. Okay. Do you remember what was the first time that something like that had ever happened? First time? Okay. You said no one else was in the room. Do you know where other people were or you just don't know? My mom, she was in the room next to the master bedroom. Like, then my brothers, I think they were sleeping. Okay. You said that was that night at night? Uh huh. And did Rashad say anything to you when that happened? Yes. What did he say? He said he didn't want me to be afraid to touch him there. Okay. Did you say anything to him? No. Okay. How did that stop? I moved my hand. Okay. And so did you get away from Rashad? I went to my room. Okay. Did you tell your mom about that happening? No. Okay. Why did you tell your mom? Why didn't you tell your mom? I was scared. Okay. Why were you scared? Because he had told me that my mom would be mad at me. And is that something he said that time or was a different time? That is something he said a different time. Okay, but even before he said that, you didn't tell your mom? Uh-huh. Negative. Okay, all right. You said that was the first time something like that happened. Did anything like that ever happen again? Yes. Okay, can you tell us about that? My mom had went to the grill. Okay. I was originally supposed to go with her, but I got in trouble for something. I don't know what it was, but also my brother Ochaya did, and he was in a push-up position. Okay, let me walk it back a little bit. You said your mom went to the grill? Uh-huh. Where's the grill? It is a playground located at our apartment. Okay, so it's not like on the porch? No. Outside your building? Uh-huh. Okay, and about how far is the park from your apartment, if you have to say? It's like you can walk straight up to it. So it's like right there between the townhouses. Okay. Is it like in the middle of all the apartment buildings? Uh-huh. Okay, all right. So you said your mom went to the grill. Do you remember what she was grilling? Hot dogs. Okay, so do you know what this lunchtime dinner or when it was? Was this lunchtime dinner or when it was? It was like afternoon. Okay. And you said you were in trouble, but you don't remember why? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you said your brother Ochai was also in trouble. Yes. Do you remember what he was in trouble for? No. Okay, you said something about push position. What's a push position? Push position. Push up position is like when you're going to do a push up, but you stay in that position. And why was he in the push up position? We got in trouble for something. I don't know what. Okay, did anyone tell him to do push ups? Yes. Who was that? Rashad. Okay, you said because you were in trouble, you weren't allowed to go with your mom to the grill. Yes. Okay, so you said Rashad told Ochaya to get in push-up position. Where in the apartment was that? Do you remember? Yes, it was like the dining area. That was in the dining area? Yes. Okay, and then what happened after he told Ochaya to get in push-up position? I think he had told me to go into the master bedroom. Okay, and what was in the master bedroom at that time? Just my mom's exercise bike. Okay. And what kind of floor is in the bedroom? Hardwood floors. And you said he told you to go in there. Did anyone else come in there? No. Okay. So you said you were just alone in there with Rashad. Okay. Rashad went in there too? Yes. What happened after y'all went in there? I think yeah. He told me to touch his private area. Okay. Say, did he say why? Like, yes, he said, like, I would get out of trouble. Okay. And did you touch his private area? Yes. Okay. How did that happen? He just pulled down his pants and he basically put my hand right there. Okay. So did you see his private area? Yes. Okay. And was your hand directly on the private or was there any clothes on it? Directly. Okay. Did anything happen after that? Yes. Okay, what happened? He basically like told me to close my mouth, close my hand. Okay, and he started moving. What was he moving? His body. Okay, and do you remember how his body was moving back and forth? Okay, and so did that cause his private to move inside your hand? I'm sorry? Yes. Okay. Did that stop happening at some point? Yes. Okay, what caused it to stop? When white stuff came out of his private. Okay, and what did that stuff look like? It was white. And what happened with the white stuff? He wiped it up. Okay, where did he wipe it up from? The floor. So it went on the floor and then he wiped it up? Yes. Did you see the white stuff come out of his private? Yes. Okay. And what did it look like on the floor? It looked like dribbles. Okay, you said the floor in the room is like wood floor? Yes. Now that white stuff, do you know what that is called? Yes. Okay, what is it called? Semen. Did you know what when this happened, what it was called? No. He said he wiped it up. What did he use to wipe it up? I think a washcloth. And did he say anything while that was happening or after that was happening? No. Okay, and what did you do after that happened? I went to wash my hands. Okay, and what did you want? Or why did you want to wash your hands? Because I felt dirty. Okay, and after you washed your hands, did you and Rashad talk at all? No. Okay, what did you do after washing your hands? I don't remember. Okay, and do you remember what Rashad did? No. Okay, when was that happening? How did that make you feel? It made me feel bad. Okay, why did it make you feel bad? Because it was like it was something not right. But okay, while that was going on, did you tell Rashad to stop it all? No. Okay, why didn't you tell him to stop? Because it was like I was scared. Okay, and you had mentioned earlier that there was one time he said that to your mom would be mad if you told her. If you told her, yes. Is that something he said this time, or was that a different time? After, okay, after what? Like the whole ordeal? Like he would say, this is our secret, so, don't tell your mom. Okay, and did he say that immediately after this time when the white stuff came out, or was that after a different time? This was like after that time. Okay, and so Dark Shell's daughter, I guess you talked about two times that something happened that made you feel uncomfortable. Were those the only times, or were there more times? there were the only time, though these were the only times. Okay. And after that second time happened with the white stuff, did you tell your mom after that? No. Okay. Why didn't you tell your mom? It was like I was scared of my mom being mad at me. Also, it was just like this fear. Did you understand why Rashad was doing these things to you? No. Okay. And do you wish now that you had told your mom right away? Yes. Okay. How come? Because I think some of the stuff wouldn't have happened. Okay. So if you had told right away the first time, that would have put a stop to it. Yes. Uh, would have put a stop to it. Yes. Okay. Now, did Rashad ever touch on your body anywhere that made you feel uncomfortable? Yes. Okay. Where was that? Here and then in my thighs. Okay. So it looks like you're pointing to your shoulders and your thighs. Uh huh. Okay, can you tell us about that happening? It was just like after the both events. Okay, so that would happen in the same incident as you having to touch his private? Yes. Okay, you said after having to touch his private part, that's when he would touch you there. Yeah. Okay, did he say anything while that was happening? No. Okay, did you say anything to him? No. Okay, and did anyone ever see Rashad putting your hand on his private part? No. Okay, why not? Because he would like do it in secret. Okay, so when he did it, there was no one else around? Yes. Okay. I wanted to ask, go back a little bit. You said the one time when your mom was grilling, Ochaya was told to stay in a push-up position. Yes. Do you remember after that happened, if he was still in the push-up position? Yeah, he had got out of the push-up position like 2 minutes later. Okay, after that was over? Uh-huh. Why did he get out of the push-up position? Do you know? No, I didn't. I don't know. And you said that time Rashad told you you would get out of trouble if you did? Did you get out of trouble? Yes. Okay. And how old were you, if you can remember, when Rashad was doing these things? 11. Okay. And did Rashad eventually stop living with you? Yes. Okay. Do you remember when that was? No. Okay. Do you remember how old you were? 11. Okay. Do you remember after Rashad moved out a time when your brother Zaza went to stay with Rashad? Yes. Okay. And do you remember talking to Rashad on the phone during that time? Yes. Okay. Was that a normal phone call or a video call? Normal phone call. Okay. Did you call Rashad or did he call you? I called. And okay. And how did you get Rashad's phone number? I got the number from my mom. And why were you calling Rashad? To talk to my brother Zaza? Okay. Zaza, that's a nickname for I don't know. Okay. Yes. And okay, that was Zaza staying with Rashad during that time? Yes. Okay, did Rashad answer the call? Yes. Okay, what did y'all talk about? I basically asked him to talk to my little brother, Zaza, and he tried to talk to me, and I was just wanting to talk to Zaza, and he got mad. Did he say why he got mad? No. He was just like, you think you don't have to respect me anymore over the phone. Okay. And did he say anything else to you? It was just like he was cursing, but my sister came in and she took the phone from me and she basically cursed him out. Okay, did you have the call on speaker or was it just up to your ear? Speakerphone. Okay, so someone else might have been able to hear it? Yes. You said your sister came in? Is that Jariah? Yes. You said that she took the phone from you? Yes. You said she was cussing Rashad out, cussing Rashad back out? Uh huh. Okay, yes. Did anyone hang up the call? Yes. Okay. Do you remember who hung it up? My sister. Okay, all right. Do you know why Darai was upset? Yes, because he shouldn't have been cursing out an 11-year-old. Okay, in the first place. And did you ever get to talk to Zaza on the phone, on the call? No. Okay, and was that the first time you had talked to Rashad since he moved out of the apartment? No. Okay, what was the first time? The first time is when I got out of the hospital. And yes, yeah, when I got out of the hospital, he was on the phone call to see my little brother, Zaza. Okay, and why were you in the hospital? Because there was something going on with my diabetes. Okay, do you have diabetes? Yes. What type diabetes do you have? Type 1. Okay, and so you had to go to the hospital for something with your diabetes? Yes. And you said when you got to Rashad, when you got out, Rashad was on the phone with who? My little brother Zaza. Okay, and the other brother Ochaya and my other brother Ochaya. Okay, was it a video call or was it a video call? Normal. Why is it doing? Okay. Did you get to talk to him at all? Yes. Okay. What did y'all talk about at that time? He was like, I heard you went to the hospital. I hope you're okay. And so that was the first time you had talked to him since he moved out. Yes. What was the first time that you talked to him? The next time would be when he came to pick up your little brother Zaza. Okay. And what did y'all talk about that time? Nothing. He was like, oh, I missed you. And I was just like, standing there. Okay. Did you want to go back with Rashad back to his house? No. Okay, did you tell Rashad that you wanted to go back to his house? No. Were you sad that your brother was leaving? Yes. All right. And then after that, was that the next time you talked? And what was the next time you talked to Rashad? That was the last time, which was the last time? Wait, the last time would have been the night when I called him. Okay, and that phone call that we were talking about, yeah. Okay, and so after that phone call, did you tell your mom about the phone call? Yes, me and my sister. Okay, you and Dariah, yes. So did you tell her how Rashad was acting? I think my sister did. Okay. Did you tell your mom anything about it? Yes. What did you tell her about it? I think I just told her that he was yelling at me. Okay. How did you feel about Rashad talking to you that way? I wasn't feeling okay. I was just surprised. Okay. Did talking to Rashad that night bring up some memories of stuff that he had done in the past? Yes. Okay. Now at some point, did you decide to tell your mother about what Rashad had done to you? Yes. Okay. When was that in relation to the phone call? I think that was like in the rising after the phone call. Okay. And why did you decide to tell your mom at that point? Because I couldn't like hold it anymore and like I knew that he wasn't coming back. Okay. What do you mean when you say you knew he wasn't coming back? Because he was gone. He had not come back to the house. The only time he came back was to get Zaza. Okay. In the past, has Rashad left the house and then came and come back? Yes. Okay, but you felt like he wasn't coming back in this time? Yes. So you said you told your mom the next rising. Where was your mom when you told her? In the living room. Okay. The living room of your apartment. Yes. I told her that he made me put my hand on his private. Did you go into much detail with as you did with us today? No. And what was your mom's reaction when you told her? She fell out. Okay, when you say she fell out, what do you mean? Like she fell off the couch. Okay, onto where? The floor. What was her, did you see what kind of her emotion was during that time? She was like sad and angry. Okay. And what was she saying? And was she saying anything to you? She was like, why didn't you tell me? Did you tell her? Why didn't you? And did you tell her why you didn't tell me? Yes. Okay. What did you say about that? I said that he said that you would be mad at me. Okay. All right. And was anyone else at home at the apartment when you told your mom? Yes. Okay. Who was that? My sister, Dariah, had just walked in the door. And was Dariah in the living room when you told your mom? No. Like when I got done telling her, she walked in the door. Okay, so she walked in kind of just as you were done telling your mom. Yes. Did you tell Dariah about what Rashad had been doing? Yes. Okay. And did your mom also tell her? Yes. What was Dariah's reaction to hearing about that? She was upset. Okay. Now, during this time on that rising, was your brother Zaza still with Rashad? Yes. And okay, and do you remember your mom trying to get Zaza back? Yes. Do you remember a police officer coming to the parking lot of the apartments? I do. And do you remember that officer talking with you and your mom? Yes. Okay, was anyone else there from your family? My sister. And is that Dariah? Yes. All right. And after that, do you remember going to the treehouse to talk to the lady about what Rashad had been doing? Yes. Okay, and was everything that you told the lady truth? Yes. Has anyone ever told you to make up anything about Rashad? No. Has anyone ever told you not to say anything about Rashad? The only person would be himself. Rashad told you not to say anything? Yes. Okay, but nobody else did? No. Do you remember exactly everything you said in that interview? No. Okay. Have you ever seen a video of that interview or anything? No. All right, minor. I do want to ask you, do you remember looking at some drawings while you were at the treehouse? Yes. Exhibit numbers 2 and 3 were marked for identification purposes. All right, minor. I'm going to hand you some drawings, ask you if you recognize these. That first one is marked for identification. This states Exhibit 2. Do you recognize that drawing? Yes. Okay, can you tell me what that is? I circle where he made me touch him. Okay, is that something you marked on at the treehouse? Yes. And is that an accurate copy of the drawing that you made? Yes. Okay. All right. Your Honor, the state would like to move states to admit that. No objection, Your Honor. State 2 is admitted, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Um, so minor, you said you marked on his drawing. You marked on this drawing? Does that drawing show a boy or a girl? A boy. Okay, and is anything circled on that drawing? Yes. Okay, what's circled on there? His private part. Okay. And did you circle that when you were there for the interview? Yes. Why did you circle that part? Because that is where he made me touch him. Okay, all right. Do you see the date on that drawing? Yes. What is the date? May 11th, 2021. Okay, all right. And then Ty, I want to ask you about the other drawing, which is marked as States Exhibit 3. Do you recognize that? Yes. And what is that? Where he would touch me and where he would make me touch him with. And so is that a drawing that you made while you were at the treehouse? Yes. Is that an accurate copy of the drawing that you made at the treehouse? Yes. Okay. All right, minor. So you were talking about that drawing. Does that drawing show a boy or a girl? A girl. Okay, you said you made some markings on there. It looks like there are some markings on the shoulder area. What was that for? Like he would touch my shoulders. Okay, so that was to mark where he touched you. Yes. And then there was also some lines on the thigh area. What was that for? Where he touched me? Okay. And then there was lines on the hands. What is that to show? what I what he would make me use to touch him. Okay. And did he ever use any parts of your body to touch him? No. Okay. All right. Minor, I want to show you one more drawing. Can you take a look at this? Do you recognize that drawing? Yes. What is that drawing? That drawing is from the treehouse. Okay. And is that a drawing that you made? Yes. Is that an accurate copy of the drawing you made at the treehouse? Yes. All right, Your Honor. The state will move to admit states 4. No objection admitted. Mhm. All right, minor. So looking at that drawing, what is on there? Random things that I drew. Okay. Do you remember what you drew? Yes, I drew the pineapple for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, is that blue or purple thing kind of at the top of the middle or the middle of the page? Yes. Okay, did they have anything to do with this case? No. Okay, and that was something you drew? Yes. Do you remember what else is on there? Not really. Okay, it's just hard to remember? Yes. What's the date on there? May 11th, 2021. Okay, so would that be a drawing that you made over 2 years ago? Yes. And how old were you then? 11. Okay, all right, minor. Since you told your mom about this, have you seen Rashad at all? No. Okay, and can you tell us about how the situation with Rashad has affected you? It's made me be more cautious around new people all the time. Okay, why do you feel more cautious around new people? Just like to make sure they don't try the same thing he tried. Okay, with any of my family members. So are you're conscious around family members, or you're worried about someone doing something to a family member? I'm conscious around everybody. Okay, all right. And are there any other ways that you feel like it's affected you? It just makes me feel to be more protective of like any like my female cousins. You want to be protective of your female cousins? Yes. Okay. And my niece. Okay. Well, minor. I think that's all the questions I have for you right now. Mr. White's attorney may have some questions for you. Okay. Your Honor, I'm sorry because it's 12. I was just going to ask if we could go ahead and break for lunch and then do my cross after. Okay, hold on. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, they're breaking. Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am. Cross-examination. Good afternoon, young lady. How are you? I'm good. You got to speak up because I can't hear you. I'm good. Okay. My name is Attorney Jane Hawkins, and I hear that you like to call people, like people to call you minor. Is it okay if I call you that? Yes, ma'am. All right, cool. Perfect. Well, it's nice to meet you. How many times have you talked to someone from the prosecutor's office? That's the people sitting at this table. I would like to say more than twice. More than twice? Yes. Okay. How many times did you talk to your mom about this? A couple times, a couple like two or more. More than two? Yes. Okay. And what about your sister Dariah? One time. And was that the one time when it all came out? Uh-huh. Okay. Have you talked to any of your friends? One of your friends? One of your friends? Okay. Yeah. So you talked about this situation a number of times, right? Yes. Since it happened, right? Yes. Okay. So I want to talk about your relationship with your mom. You talked to your mom, right? Yes. You guys were close, correct? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And you share important things with your mom? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And your mom is who you actually live with? Yes, ma'am. You still live with your mom now? Yes, ma'am. And your dad, he lives somewhere else? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And you and your mom are close. I said you and your mom are close, right? Yes, ma'am. And you love your mom? Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's talk about your sister, Dariah. You and your sister were close too? Yes, ma'am. You all you all also talked about things that were going on with you. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and your sister's older than you, right? Yes, ma'am. So you looked up to her. Yes, ma'am. I'm a big sister too, so I have younger siblings as well. So you admired her as well? Yes, ma'am. Okay, and you listened to her? Yes, ma'am. Okay, your relationship with your brothers and you and Zaza, y'all are really close? Yes, ma'am. I think you mentioned that you never had been away from him, right? Yes, ma'am. So he was what, 2 at the time? Yes, ma'am. So for 2 whole years, you and Zaza had been together, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, and you said you and Ochaya, y'all were close too? Yes, ma'am. You actually shared a room with him? Yes, ma'am. How long did you share a room? I think for like 2 years. Like 2 years? Uh-huh. Okay. So y'all spent a lot of time together. Okay. And since Zaza was the baby of the family, you would help your mom change his diapers? Yes, ma'am. You would help her feed him? Yes, ma'am. So you were kind of like, I wouldn't say a second mom, but you played motherly roles towards Zaza, correct? Yes, ma'am. And when this whole situation about Rashad not bringing Zaza back, that upset you, right? Yes, ma'am. Because you and your brother spent so much time together. Yes, ma'am. You were afraid that you would never see Zaza again. Yes, ma'am. Okay, you talked about your relationship with Rashad. You met him because he was dating your mom. He was your mom's boyfriend at the time, right? Yes, ma'am. And he moved into your home with your family, right? Yes, ma'am. Because your mom allowed him to do that? I do not know. Okay. And you said that he called you. He you said that you called him Pops, right? Yeah. And he called me Pocahontas, and he called you Pocahontas, right? Yes, ma'am. Have you ever seen Pocahontas? I've seen the movie. You've seen the movie? Yeah. So you know what Pocahontas looks like? Yeah. You don't think that you look like Pocahontas? No, I don't. Not. No, I do not. You don't think so? Mm-mm. Okay. And you indicated when the prosecutor was talking to you that you saw your dad pretty often, right? Yes, ma'am. But you rather spend time at your mom's house, correct? No. That's not how you felt? Uh-uh. Okay, let's walk through your conversation with the prosecutor. First, I want you to tell me, I'm going to show you the layout that the prosecutor already gave you. I think it's State Exhibit 1. I want you to write on here where everyone lived at the time of this incident, okay? Uh-huh. Okay. Your Honor, may I approach the witness? Yes, you may. Are you done? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Your Honor, can I have permission to publish this while I ask the questions? Yes. Okay. Okay, minor. So I just had you mark what room everyone lived in at the time of this incident occurred. So if you turn around and look at it, you indicate that the bedroom to the far right, that's where you and Ochaya lived, right? Uh-huh. And at the time, the bedroom that your mom and Rashad lived in or slept in was the bedroom right there. She was the court. She was able to see it on the monitor in front of her. Oh, okay, okay. So then the master bedroom is the bedroom that was empty. Yes. Okay. So tell me about how it and go seek. You said then you played hide and go seek with your brother, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And when you hid by yourself, right? Yes, ma'am. Where was your brother? I think my brother was in the kitchen. That was his hiding spot. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, yeah. Okay, and just you and your brother played hide and seek. No, ma'am. Who else played hide and go seek? Rashad. Okay, and where was his hiding spot? The same as mine. Okay, even though you hid alone. Yes, I went in another spot, like the closet in my mom's room, and he also came in the closet. Okay, but those aren't the instances you told us about today, right? Uh-huh. Right. So that's not the incident you told us about today. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so what you told us today was the first time you were folding clothes, right? Yes, ma'am. And where were you folding clothes? I was folding clothes in the dining room or dining area, like by the laundry room. Okay, so I was right there. Okay, and you said no one was in that room? Uh-huh. Yes, ma'am. And you said that was the first time that something happened to you? Yes, ma'am. And so you were standing there folding clothes and I'm sitting down on the floor with the clothes. Okay, so you and the clothes are on the floor? Yes. That you just washed? You're sitting on the floor and folding them, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And where is Rashad? I think he walked from the room that my mom was in, like when I marked it. Uh-huh. Or where I marked it. And came and talked to me. Okay, and you guys were just talking while you were sitting on the floor? Yes, so that means he was where? Was sitting on the floor? Yes, yes, ma'am. Okay, and then you said that's when he told you to touch him? He put my hand on his private.
So she was standing, but then she said she was sitting.
Yeah, we're finna break this shit down in a second, but I'm trying to get y'all some of this. He put my hand on his private, okay, and that was on top of the clothes? Yes, ma'am. And you said your mom was in the room next to the master bedroom, so it would have been the bedroom that is the room your mom and Rashad slept in. Yes. Okay, and your mom was doing what? My mom was sleeping. So what time of the day was it? At night. Okay, and you told the prosecutor that, or told the prosecutor today that Rashad said something to you after, right? Yes. What did he say? That he didn't want me to be afraid to touch him there, right there. Okay, and then what? How did that end? I got up and I went to the room. What happened to the clothes? I left them there. Okay, you said to the prosecutor as well that after that situation, he told you that your mom would be mad, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, and he said it at that time to you. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and that time you didn't say anything to your mom. Yes, ma'am. Okay, you said the second time your mom was at the grill, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so that was at during the daytime now. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and the grill is maybe like a few steps from, so the grill, uh-huh. Is it at the park? So the way my apartment is set up, there's a pool and then there's a park. So all of that is located in the middle. So I would say would have been like a long walk. It's just like a walk straight up there. You can't really see. Okay, you were supposed to go with your mom, but you didn't go. Yes, ma'am. Your brother didn't go either? Yes, ma'am. And all you said you were in trouble, right? Yes, ma'am. You and your brother were in trouble because you guys got caught watching inappropriate videos on the internet, right? No, ma'am. Okay, but you remained home and your brother remained home, right? Yes, ma'am. And Rashad also remained in the home? Yes, ma'am. Okay, and you said that your brother was in the push-up position because he was in trouble? Yes, ma'am. And was he in the push-up position in a different room? No, he was in the dining room, like right in the dining room. Okay, and you were in the master bedroom. Yes. Okay, so there's two squares that's on the master bedroom. What are those squares? The bathroom and closet. Okay, where's the door? The door is right in the middle between the bedroom and the closet. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and Ochaya would have been in the dining room, outside the door. Yes, ma'am. And he was in a push-up position. Yes, ma'am. You and Rashad, you say, were in the master bedroom? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And from the master bedroom, you can see into the dining room? Yes, ma'am. So you said that while Ochaya is in push-up position, you and Rashad are in the bedroom, and we're talking about the second time you said this happened to you, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, and you told the prosecutor that he told you to touch him so that you would get out of trouble. Yes. Okay, and you guys again were in the master bedroom. It was empty. Yes, ma'am. Only thing in there was an exercise bike or something. Yes, ma'am. So, when were you in that room? When were you? Where were you? We were by the window and you were sitting up. You were standing up. Yes. Okay. Where was Rashad? Also by the window. What was he doing? Standing up. He was standing up. Yes. Okay. And I believe you said on a direct that he pulled his pants down. Yes, ma'am. So tell me how all of that transpired when you get in the room. So basically, how this transpires is I walk in the room. He goes, I don't know how we got in trouble, but we got in trouble. So basically, he tells me that if I like touch him there, I would get out of trouble. So, okay, basically, he tells me that I would get out of trouble if I touch him right there in that area. And he basically told me to put my hand right there and like close my hand. So that's how, because it happened quick. So, okay. And then, so you said it happened quick. So, if when you say quick, are you talking about seconds? Like me getting into the situation is just like a minute? Okay. From the time you were in trouble to, yes, ma'am. Okay. And you said in that moment that you said he told you your hand was like this? Yes, ma'am. And you said it ended with white stuff coming out, right? Yes, ma'am. And you told the prosecutor later that the white stuff was learned what the white stuff was, right? Yes, ma'am. And who told you what the white stuff was? I don't remember. I honestly do not remember who told me. Okay, but it came out about when you're having conversations with other people, right? Yes, ma'am. And other people said that's semen? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so you didn't know what semen, you didn't know if semen until somebody told you it was semen. Yes, ma'am. Can I say something? Uh-huh. He basically told me that this was like he was going to call it energy. That's basically what he called it. He was like, "Oh, this is releasing energy to me." And you told the prosecutor on the stand, or you knew before we went to lunch, you told him that Rashad didn't say anything to you after you went to the room. This was before, like all of that. This was before. Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. He basically told me this, like releasing energy and all that, and I was going to help him release energy, and that's what he said before. Okay, and getting in trouble and getting in the room happened in a split second, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, and you said that he wiped it up. Yes, ma'am. He didn't say anything, right? No, ma'am. You went to the bathroom because you felt dirty. Yes, ma'am. I went to wash my hands. You felt dirty because you touched him. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and that was the only reason why you felt dirty. And yes, ma'am. Okay, you said you don't know what Rashad did after that, right? Yes, ma'am. You don't remember what you did after that either? Yes, ma'am. All I had was wash my hands. You don't remember how the rest of the day went? No, ma'am. Okay. You indicated on when the prosecutor was talking to you that this touching happened only 2 times, right? Yes, ma'am. The 2 times you share with everyone, right? Today? Yes, ma'am. Talk about the next time you had a conversation with Rashad was the next time you spoke to Rashad. So the first time you talked to him, you said you were in the hospital, right? I had just gotten home. Okay, and he wasn't calling to talk to you. He was talking to Zaza, right? Yes, ma'am. And in talking to Zaza, he just asked, or he said he heard you were in the hospital and are you doing better? Uh-huh. Yes, ma'am, basically both of my brothers were talking to him. I was trying to avoid the phone, but he saw me in the camera. So yeah. Okay, so you spoke to him though? Yes, ma'am. And what was the first time that you talked to him since he left? And that was the first time you talked to him since he left? Yes, ma'am. At that point, you didn't say anything to your mom about these situations, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, and the second time you talked to Rashad, you said, what was when he picked up Zaza, right? Yes, ma'am. When he picked up Zaza, Rashad didn't go in the house, right? No, ma'am. So he came out the house to talk to Zaza? I mean, to talk to Rashad, right? No, ma'am. So how did you talk to Rashad? The only thing would be is when I came outside with my little brother. So like when we were we were taking him outside. So that's it. And then I would just say hi to him and his mom. So his mom was there? Yes. And he spoke to his mom? Yes. He spoke to Rashad? Yes, ma'am. And then Rashad left, right? Yes, ma'am. And then when Rashad left, you didn't tell your mom anything about the situation, right? No, ma'am. Okay, you told your mom after Zaza was gone, right? The next day after he left? Yes. So that phone call that you referred to when the prosecutor was talking to you, that happened the same day Zaza left, right? Yes, ma'am. At night. At night? Okay. And the next day you talked to your mom about what happened? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And at that time, when you talked to your mom, you guys were trying to figure out how to get Zaza back, right? Okay. So, okay, so the situation is I didn't even know what was going on with my mom and Zaza at the time. I was just telling my mom what happened. So, okay, so the second time you had a conversation with Rashad, the next rising you wake up and you decide that you're going to tell your mom what happened to you. Yes, ma'am. And you said that when you told your mom, she fell to the floor. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and so that rising you left your bedroom and your mom was in the living room. Yes, ma'am. And then so you saw her in the living room and that's when you decided to talk to her. I had to like at night after the whole phone call that I was going to tell my mom because I couldn't just hold it anymore. So the next rising, that's when I told her. Okay, and you said Dariah was walking through the door. Yes, ma'am. Is that the front door? Front door, yes. So Dariah wasn't in the house. No, ma'am. So it's just your mom, you, and Ocha in the house. Yes. So she was also on the phone with his sister, Kenya. Okay, so when you were having a conversation with your mom, uh-huh, she was talking to Kenya? Yes, ma'am. And Kenya is and her last name is Howard? I don't know. Okay, do you know that's Rashad's sister, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so she's on your mom's phone talking to Kenya. She falls out. What happens to the phone call? She stays on the phone because her phone is on the couch. Okay, so Kenya would have been in a position to hear you talking. Yes, ma'am, because my mom had the phone directly pointed at me. So I said it to her in Kenya. Okay, and did you know that Kenya was on the phone? Yes, ma'am. Okay, and so your mom's on the phone. Dariah walks in. Your mom tells Dariah. You tell Dariah. I tell Dariah. Oh, she said I tell Dariah. Okay, and you tell Dariah what? I tell her that Rashad made me put my hand on his private area. Okay, the prosecutor asked you about the police coming to talk to you. Do you remember talking to the police officer? Yes, ma'am. Okay, and the prosecutor also asked you about going to the treehouse, right? Yes, ma'am. And you indicated that you don't recall everything you said. You don't remember everything you said, right? Yes, ma'am. And when you were in the treehouse or at the treehouse, you were in the room, right? Yes, ma'am. And the room had a camera in it, or at least one camera in it, right? Yes, ma'am. And you heard that when you heard what you said in the treehouse. Would that refresh your memory of what you said while you were there? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I'm going to play the video for you to help you refresh your memory. But you said that Dariah was walking the door of that rising, right? Yes, ma'am. Dariah also heard the conversation between you and Rashad, right? Yes, on the phone. Yeah, so when did Dariah leave the house? Dariah, I think she went outside to do something. So, okay. All right. I realize you're going to be playing it so that she can refresh her memory. Yes. Okay. In Your Honor, I wish to play the video, Miss Hawkins. I wish to play the video, and then we can admit it to defense too. Hold on. Yes, Your Honor. It is the interview of the treehouse that was conducted with Mr. Jacobs and Heather Kimball on May 11th, 2021. All right, it's admitted. And now with respect to the transcript, I'm going to refer to it sometimes as transcript. Other times I may refer to it as a listening aid. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Perry. Yes, Your Honor. All right, you may go ahead and pass. Yes, it would be helpful for me, the court reporter, anyone else, anybody else. Okay, whatever. She can follow along too, Your Honor. Okay, and then you can make sure that the jury has one. I think you will hopefully be able to see it on your monitor, Mr. Jacobs. Hopefully, you're able to see the whole thing on your monitor. If not, you need to turn around. I'm not sure. Is it going to be on the monitor, do you think? I think it's playing through that. It will be.